Everybody was talking about how to create the product. Everybody was talking about how much money you can make from the product, but no one was talking about the steps that it takes to actually make your first sale. I just want to have a very candid discussion with you about selling digital products and digital marketing. There is this whole idea that digital marketing is you purchase a digital product and then you just sell that digital product, or you create that digital product and then you just sell that digital product. And it's really not that simple. And these people that are selling you this idea, they know that. And it's really how they make their money. And so I just want to talk to you about some of the things that I did to make my first sales and to make money like this, as you see here on the screen, so that you can stop being frustrated. Because I understand how frustrating it is to want to start making passive money online or automated money in the online space. And you see so many people doing it, but you cannot figure out how to do it for yourself. And so I understand that you are either in a space where you have a digital product, but you cannot get it to sell, or you are interested in diving into digital products, but you are a little hesitant because these people are making it too good to be true, right? And so that's what we're going to talk about in this video. I'm just going to share with you some of the things that I did, some of the things that I learned in order to get to my first sale and to actually start making money online. So one of the first things that I would recommend is that you start thinking about what is your strategy? What is the process that your customer is going to have to go through? How are they going to get through your funnel? Have all of your back end things in place and know how you are going to drive traffic to your product. All right. That's the first thing. There are so many things that go on behind the scenes with making passive income or making automated income online. But one of the things that I realized, and I realized very, I won't say late in the game, because I realized it when I needed to realize it, but I realized it after years of trial and error, and that was that I did not have a strategy. I did not know or did not understand how I was going to get my people from point A to point B, right? I just figured if I create this digital product, then I just have to let people know that I have the product and the product is literally just going to do its own thing. That is not how that works. So I want you to start thinking about your strategy, right? What is the buyer's journey for you and your particular products, right? And when I say strategy, I'm talking about every single detail. What's the first interaction that your customer is going to have with you? Are you going to get them into your funnel by offering them a lead magnet? Are you going to get them into your funnel by offering them a low ticket item? What is the process that your people are going to have to go through? And you have to also understand how your customer thinks, how your customer makes buying decisions, because when you understand what your customer does on a regular basis, how they make decisions to buy, and I mean buy anything, not just digital products, but how do they make decisions to buy things that they need, things that they don't need? That is the information that you need so that you can understand how to position your product to where it speaks directly to them. If you don't understand who you are selling to, then you won't understand how to create a roadmap to where they can get to your products and get to their solution faster, right? So think about your strategy, think about the buyer's journey, and I want you to think about exactly who is your audience, who are you talking to? Don't just try to sell your product to anybody. You need to sell your product to one person, because like I tell you guys all the time, that one person is going to multiply. You might hear me say the word sell, but in actuality, you need to position your product as an offering, right? You want to offer the customer a way to solve whatever the problem is. So that's another thing. You want to make sure that your product actually solves a problem for your customer. If it's just something that they may want and not something that they may need, it's probably going to be harder for you to make that offering, right? It's going to be harder for you to persuade them or to make them realize that they actually need to get this thing, need to purchase from you, right? So one of the best ways to make sure that you do position yourself to make money online is by having a product or a service that someone actually needs, that is solving a problem and that your customer is actually looking for, right? Because if you just pick a random product that you just think that you want to sell just because it sounds good to sell it, and you don't know what problem it's solving, or you can't clearly communicate how it can help the person that you are offering it to, you're not going to be able to sell a thing. You're not going to be able to offer anything because your customer is not going to believe you, right? And so, one of the best ways that I feel personally, which is what I did in order to start making money online and be able to connect to my audience, is that I use myself as my own avatar, right? I started out with creating digital products, and I realized that you could go online and you could figure out how to create digital products anywhere, right? You can find how to create digital products anywhere. But that led me into the fact that I also struggled to make my first sales online, right? To actually make the money online. And so I started seeing that more and more. I found a gap in the market to where everybody was talking about how to create the product. Everybody was talking about how much money you can make from the product, but no one was talking about the steps that it takes to actually make your first sale, right? And so I found that gap, and I knew that that was something that people needed, not just wanted, but they needed that information because you have a product and now you need to know or learn how to sell it. So start thinking about the problem that your product is solving and the gaps. Like, what are the gaps, the little things, right, that you might have struggled with that you could help somebody else reach their solution. So you've been trying to make automated income online, and you've been trying to piece all of the information that you've been getting from these videos together, and it's just not making sense. It's just, you don't know where to start, right? And that is frustrating. And I understand your frustration because it is exactly how I felt, which is why I created Digital Product School. I meet with my community every single Thursday, and we have our questions and accountability call where we literally go over my 5K a month strategy and the exact roadmap, the exact timeline of what I did in order to make my first sale online. And you have full free access for one entire year to all of the information, the recordings, my exact strategy, step by step, everything within the community. I invite you to join us. We meet this Thursday and every Thursday. You can click the link in the description box below, and I hope to see you on the inside. I know that this is not going to be for everyone. This literally is an invite if you are serious to and ready to start making passive automated income online. I'll see you inside. Another thing that I realized is that I had to decide which marketing medium I was going to use, which platform I was going to focus on in order to connect to my people. For me personally, it's YouTube, because the people that are on YouTube are focused and specifically looking for a specific outcome, right? And so I found that when I marketed on TikTok or more shorter attention span apps. Not saying that there's anything wrong with any of the other apps, but I noticed that it was becoming more work for me because that's just not my communication style. It's just not what I did, right? And so I had to finally hone down on what marketing medium I wanted to use. Now, I 1000% recommend YouTube because, like I said, the people that come on YouTube are looking for that specific information. Whatever reason they clicked on your video, it's because that's the information, that's the solution that they are looking for, right? But I also learned that I had to get to the point in my videos, right? So if you're going to use YouTube, you need to be able to get to the point, right? You need to be able to hook your audience in the first 30 seconds and then get to solving their problem. People don't want to hear the fluff. People don't want to feel like they've been baited and switched. People literally want help. They want the information that they're looking for. So if you're going to use YouTube as your marketing medium, as your platform, just remember to get straight to the point. Don't waste time on all of the other fluff, right? When you click on videos, you want people to just get straight to the point. And so that's exactly what people want from you. So decide what marketing medium, decide what platform you're going to use in order to connect to your audience. And once you do make that decision, when you tailor out, when you write out what your concept is for your videos, ask yourself, am I getting straight to the point? And if not, tailor your video to where you can get straight to the solution. So I had to stop being pressed to make the sale and be more pressed to solve the problem. So less selling, more solving. Your people feel when you are just not being authentic and not coming across as really wanting to help them. And so the only way that you're going to be able to build your know, like, and trust factor is by actually nurturing that relationship. Think of any brand that you subscribe to, any brand that you support. More than likely, you trust that brand, right? You trust that if you purchase that product or that service, that you are going to get exactly what they are offering. Why? Because they've nurtured you, right? They have, in ways that you might not even realize, got you to trust them. Whether it was that they use social proof, right? Whether they continue to show up in your face and build authority with you, however it is, they nurtured you, right? And they got you to trust them. That's the same approach you want to take with your audience. Not because you are not a big brand means that you should not be following the strategies of the big brands. If they are nurturing their audience, you need to be nurturing your audience. Before you sell anything, you need to nurture your community. Notice that when you see these commercials on your TV screen, a lot of the times they're not selling you anything, right? They are just showing you what the possibilities are of you having that product or service. And that is nurturing you and warming you up. So when you actually need that product or service, it's available. You know exactly who to go to. And that's what you need to do with your audience. So stop trying to sell, and start trying to solve. Most people are not talking about this, but you need to be leveraging the power of reciprocity, right? People are more inclined to invest in you when you have invested in them. So, very similar to how we were talking about not being so pressed to sell, you need to be offering value to your community. What is the problem that they are trying to solve? Give them tips that they can actually use right now to go and solve that problem without having to charge them for anything. Continue to show up for your people, right? Offer them a template, a guide, something for free. Get them on your email list. When people see that you are more pressed about solving their problem than actually making a sale, psychologically, they are going to want to invest back in you. Why? Because they now trust that you have the answer to their problem. So leverage the power of reciprocity by giving away something for free, getting them on your email list, by offering value. Give them the information that they can use to actually make tangible change right now. That's it for today's video. I hope that you found this video very helpful. I hope to see you in the community. But until then, I want you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and comment what was your biggest takeaway of this video. I will see you on the inside. Bye, guys.